This time we're going to be reading Brucie Saves Christmas by Yvonne Morrison. I wonder what happens in this story for Brucie to have to save Christmas. Alright, let's go and find out.
'Twas the morning of Christmas, and Santa was beat. He delivered his prezzies, his job was complete. He had one thing to do before taking a snooze, saying good night to his hard-working ruse. Out on the paddock, poor Kylie looked crook. Santa called out, "Mrs. Claus, take a look." His wife raced on down just as fast as the wind, examined poor Kylie, then stood up and grinned. "Kylie," she said, and her other half Skipper, "are going to give birth to a darling wee nipper." "A baby," yelled Santa. "That's wonderful news." Proud Skipper shook paws with 6 other roos. Skip couldn't wait for the Joey to grow. There was much he wanted his Brucie to know. Teaching him rugby was one of his aims, cricket and footy and other roo games. Most important of all, he'd teach Brucie to fly, and together they'd pull Santa's ute through the sky. But on the day Brucie finally crept out, all of Skip's plans were thrown into doubt. Brucie the Joey was timid and shy, and always wanted his mummy nearby. And as the months passed, he stayed really small. Brucie the Joey grew hardly at all. He wouldn't play cricket, he'd not even look, preferring to bury his nose in a book. He had no interest in any roo sports, but loved writing long, complex science reports. Poor Skipper was desperate for Brucie to fly, but Brucie just liked looking up at the sky. When Christmas time came, the roos were so glad, but poor little Brucie felt useless and sad. When he tried to wrap prezzies, he got tied in knots. When he tried to cook puddings, he burnt all the pots. Little Brucie just couldn't find one job to suit, and he realised he'd never help fly Santa's ute. On Christmas Eve, all the roos watched in awe as Santa Claus backed out his ute once more. He harnessed his roos and he loaded his sack, and Brucie felt glum that he'd had to stay back. But before they could leave, ever so quickly, grey clouds appeared and fog rolled in thickly. "We can't fly in this," Santa cried in dismay. "If we can't see, then we can't find our way." The roos muttered gloomily, "Santa was right. That wouldn't be flying the ute out tonight." Brucie zoomed out to his tinkering shed. He sorted through his boxes and nodded his head. Out flew capacitors, diodes and resistors, switches and wires and tiny transistors. With globes of hot solder, he built a machine with a satellite dish and a green radar screen. He showed it to Santa, his paw gave a twitch, and the screen flickered on with the flick of a switch. "A GPS!" Santa yelled. "What a display! This satellite system will show us the way." "You've saved the day, Brucie," Santa Claus cried, and Brucie's heart sang. He was bursting with pride. "It's time now you made your very first flight. Come sit beside me and guide us tonight." Brucie hopped in the ute with a small happy sigh, and Santa and team launched into the sky. So thanks to Brucie, soon all of the toys were safely delivered to good girls and boys. Then as they flew home, Santa started a song, and soon the whole troop was singing along. Brucie the big brain Joey was the smartest of the roos. Rugby and other roo games made him want to take a snooze. All of the other kangaroos thought him rather shy and small. They didn't think poor Brucie could be any help at all. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Brucie, with your brain so bright, won't you guide the team tonight?" Then how the roos adored him and they shouted out with glee, Brucie the big brain Joey, you'll go down in history.
Wow, I didn't see that coming at all in that story. Did you think that was going to happen? No, thank goodness Brucie was there to help save the day, and Christmas was all okay. Alright then, well, until my next story, bye for now.